Every time science has thought it has found a way to control time, it's been forced to confront a worrying implication. This latest solution is no exception, because it too turns out to have a bitter twist. One dictated by the laws of mathematical probability. If the computer of the future is churning out billions of simulations, how do we know we are living in the original real world, and not one of the billions of copies? In fact, the odds against us being real are billions to 1 against.
There would be a lot more simulated people like you than there would be original non-simulated ones. And then you gotta think, hang on, if almost everybody like me are simulated people, and just a tiny minority are non-simulated ones, then I'm probably one of the simulated ones, rather than one of the exceptional non-simulated ones. In other words, you're almost certainly living in an ancestor simulation, right now.
The better the simulation gets, the harder it will be able to tell whether or not you're in a simulation or in the real thing, whether you live in a fake universe or a real universe. And indeed, the distinction between what is real and what is fake would simply evaporate away.
Inside the simulation, you can't tell any difference between the simulated environment, the virtual reality, and the real environment. In fact, this environment we now find ourselves in could be just a simulation.
300 years ago, science set out on a quest to master time, to control it. People didn't like time being controlled by a super-intelligent, superior being. We'd do it for ourselves instead. But every time we made a breakthrough, there was a downside. Now we're told we may not even be real. Instead, we may merely be part of a computer program. Our free will, as Newton suggested, is probably an illusion. And just to rub it in, we are being controlled by a super-intelligent, superior being, who is, after all, the master of time.
From the point of view of science, it's a catastrophic idea. The purpose of science is to understand reality. If we're living in virtual reality, we are forever barred from understanding nature.
Our investigation of the nature of time has led inevitably to question the nature of reality. And it would be a true irony if the culmination of this great scientific story was to undermine the very existence of the whole enterprise, and indeed the existence of the rational universe.
The universe is not only queerer than we suppose, it is queerer than we can suppose.